His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Gora Prahladananda, Slava Mani Bhakti, Love Shri Guru, Shri Om Vishnu Graya Krishna Prasaya Bhakti, Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhakti Vishnu. Okay.
Hare Krishna, dragi Bhakti, evo danas ćemo obaveštenja prije lekcije, pošto poslije neko razlikujemo, svi smo gladni. Danas imamo, eto, pred kraj kampa, seminare određene za ceo dan, mada i tu je bilo promjene, vidjet ćete. Tako da jutarnju lekciju daje Prahladananda Maharaj. Prvi seminar, a može neko da im pomogne, ko je tamo Bhakti što čita? Goranga? Goranga pravo, da im pomogne samo satnicu. Prvi kad počinje. Pjesnik 45 kad Namba Kanana s vami. U 12 Prahladananda Maharaj. U 1:15 Bhakti Maharaj. Tema seminara je savladavanje zmije Kalije. Od 4:30 ili pola 5 Sačinatana s vami. I u 7:30 omladinci spremaju jedno lepo iznenađenje, molim vas da dođemo svi da ih podržimo. Bhakti Youth Festival. I plan danas za decu malu, od 10 krećemo, ićemo danas u prirodu da ispitujemo biljni životinski svijet, tako da će biti jako interesantno. Imamo dva stručnjaka, Mataji Labanga Latiku i Prabua iz Zagreba, zaboravio sam mu cijelo ime. Gora Mitra, jeste Gora, znao sam da je Gora. Gora Mitra Prabu koji je stručnjak. I od 1 do 3 danas je sa omladincima u buru sobnih pitanja i odgovori sa Sačinatana Maharaj. Jer su omladinci raspitali da se treba da bude disciple meeting, pa možda Maharaj malo zakasni, a možda i jedno i drugo. Tako da, eto, to je to. I molim vas, danas posle lekcije, Bhakti iz Srbije, eto, koji žele dobrovoljno da se prijave za registraciju iskona u Srbiji, ali nam još negdje 20 i nešto potpisa. Već je da sa Slavkom ustima da priđem svima, ako imate neki razlog posla onoga ne možete, nemojte se stideći ništa, ali eto, dužnost mi je svakom da priđem, pa spremite šta želite. Šamar, pohvalu, potpis, šta god.
Can you translate, please?
Na engleskom. In English, yeah, English speaking devotees. So the schedule for the seminar today you will see on the notice board, just on the left side of the entrance of the kitchen. Our Guru Maharajas, Sannyasis, will be giving the seminars during the day. And at 7:30 after Gora Aratik, our youth is preparing very nice evening, very interesting. So please come if we can, we said, support them and encourage them in their efforts to serve and to grow up in Krishna consciousness. And today, okay, I will say in English, but I will collect the signature for registration in ISKCON in Serbia. We have collected so far 82, something like that, and we need to spend a little bit more. So please kindly prepare your IDs and that we can fill whatever is needed today. And that's it. For the teenagers, today the guest is Sačinatana Swami for the question and answer session from 1 to 3. And if maybe Maharaj will have disciple meeting a little before, but you can join him, you can find him. And for the little kids, we are going today in the nature to see animals, the plants. We have two specialists from Croatia, the devotees who will go with us. And that's it. Did I forgot something? So that's it. Our program is on a notice board. So devotees can read. Okay, Mataji Nityananda Kari, right? So what?
Hare Krishna. So I would just kindly ask you, those of you who are leaving today, maybe later during the day, to come as early as possible and bring the sheets which you took at the beginning, because you really need them. They have to prepare for the next group who is coming immediately after us. So if you are leaving today, just bring them as soon as possible. And today, also those who didn't register, please come. you need to get the confirmation where you spent your time in Serbia, and it cannot be done for the past. They can register you only for yesterday or something like that. So you have to, when you come into the country, you have to immediately register. So 22, that's the number of the entrance where I'm sitting, and I will be there between 10 and 11, and 3 and 4. So it's a little bit changed today because of the change of the schedule.
Yeah. What reminded me, I didn't tell in English that at 7:30 we will have our Bhakti youth. They are preparing very nice program at evening, so please come that we can encourage them and support them. And the topics of the seminars of our spiritual masters I will put later. For now, you will see the seminar of Bhakti-Rohan Maharaj is called Conquering the Kaliya Serpent, and later on we will put the names of the other seminars as well.
Om Agyanagvanandasya Garanjana Salakaya Tatsuru Milikam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Kavitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shra Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganar Bhagavatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Vrijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Bhagana Bhavita Shri Satam Vitam Shra Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Gate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kancha Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudevi Pranami Haripriye Vanchakalpa Taruyascha Kripa Sindhu Varevacha Patinanam Bhavadeyo Vaishnaveyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Srivasadi Gora Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Hare Krishna. I'm going to read from the Nectar of Instruction, text number 8. Tanam Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu Tanam Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu Mridyo Pramena Rasana Manasi Niyoja Mridyo Pramena Rasana Manasi Niyoja Vishtan Raje Tanaragi Gananugami Vishtan Raje Tanaragi Gananugami Kalam Nayat Akilam Ityupadesha Saram Kalam Nayat Akilam Ityupadesha Saram Tanam Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu Tanam Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu Mrityo Pramena Rasana Manasi Niyoja Mrityo Pramena Rasana Manasi Niyoja Tishtan Raje Tanaragi Gananugami Tishtan Raje Tanaragi Gananugami Kalam Nayat Akilam Iti Videsha Saram.
Kalam Nayat Akilam Iti Videsha Saram.
Tandamarupa Charitadi Sukirtananu.
Tandamarupa Charitadi Sukirtananu.
Smritokramena Rasanamanasini Yodhya.
Smritokramena Rasanamanasini Yodhya.
Tishtan Vrajeta Tanuragi Jananugami.
Tishtan Vrajeta Tanuragi Jananugami.
Kalam Nayet Akilam Iti Videsha Saram.
Kalam Nayet Akilam Iti Videsha Saram.
Kanamarupa Charitadi Sukirtananu.
Kanamarupa Charitadi Sukirtananu.
Smritokramena Rasanamanasini Yodhya.
Smritokramena Rasanamanasini Yodhya.
Tishtan Vrajeta Tanuragi Jananugami.
Tishtan Vrajeta Tanuragi Jananugami. Kalam Nayet Akilam Iti Videsha Saram.
Ladies,
Kanamarupa Charitadi Sukirtananu.
Kanamarupa Charitadi Sukirtananu.
Smritokramena Rasanamanasini Yodhya.
Smritokramena Rasanamanasini Yodhya.
Tishtan Vrajeta Tanuragi Jananugami.
Tishtan Vrajeta Tanuragi Jananugami.
Kalam Nayet Akilam Iti Videsha Saram.
Kalam Nayet Akilam Iti Videsha Saram.
Kanamarupa Charitadi Sukirtananu.
Kanamarupa Charitadi Sukirtananu.
Smritokramena Rasanamanasini Yodhya.
Smritokramena Rasanamanasini Yodhya.
Tishtan Vrajeta Tanuragi Jananugami.
Tishtan Vrajeta Tanuragi Jananugami.
Kalam Nayet Akilam Iti Videsha Saram.
Kalam Nayet Akilam Iti Videsha Saram.
cut. Let's try it again. That's the easiest one. Cut of Lord Krishna.
Lord Krishna.
Nama,
Nama.
the holy name.
The holy name.
Rupa,
Rupa.
form.
Form.
Charita Adi,
Charitadi.
character, pastimes, and so on.
Character, pastimes, and so on.
Sukirtana,
Sukirtana.
in discussing or chanting nicely.
In discussing or chanting nicely.
Anusmrityo,
Anusmrityo.
and in remembering.
And remembering.
Kramena,
Pramena.
gradually.
Gradually.
Rasana,
Rasana.
the tongue.
The tongue.
Manasi,
Manasi.
and the mind.
And one's mind.
And one's mind.
And one's mind.
Vyoja,
Vyoja.
engaging.
Engaging.
Tishtan,
Tishtan.
residing.
Residing.
Raje,
Raje.
in Braj.
In Braj.
Tat,
Tat.
the Lord Krishna.
Lord Krishna.
Anuragi,
Anuragi.
attached.
Attached.
Jana,
Jana.
person.
Person.
Anugami,
Anugami.
following.
Following.
Kalam,
Kalam.
time.
Time.
Nayet,
Nayet.
should utilize.
Should utilize.
Akilam,
Akilam.
full.
Full.
Iti,
Iti.
thus.
Thus.
Upadesha,
Upadesha.
of advice or instruction.
of advice or instruction.
Saram,
Saram,
the essence.
the essence.
So this is called the Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita. And now we're going to hear the essence of it all. If you remember anything about this Upadeshamrita, we should remember this verse. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time 24 hours a day. And nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes. Thereby, gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Raj, Goloka Vrindavan Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service. Purport. Since the mind may be one's enemy or one's friend, one has to train the mind to become his friend. The Krishna consciousness movement is especially meant for training the mind to be always engaged in Krishna's business. The mind contains hundreds and thousands of impressions, not only of this life, but also of many, many lives of the past. These impressions sometimes come in contact with one another and produce contradictory pictures. In this way, the mind's function can become dangerous for a conditioned soul. Students of psychology are aware of the mind's various psychological changes. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam yajantyanta kalevaram tam tam evaiti kondeya sadatad bhava bhavitaha. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail. At the time of death, the mind and intelligence of a living entity create the subtle form of a certain type of body for the next life. If the mind suddenly thinks of something not very congenial, one has to take a corresponding birth in the next life. On the other hand, if one can think of Krishna at the time of death, he can be transferred to the spiritual world, Goloka Vrindavan. This process of transmigration is very subtle. Therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami advises devotees to train their minds in order that they will be unable to remember anything other than Krishna. Similarly, the tongue should be trained to speak only of Krishna and to taste only Krishna prasad. Srila Rupa Goswami further advises Tishtan Vraje. One should live in Vrindavan or any part of Brajabhumi. Brajabhumi, or the land of Vrindavan, is supposed to be 84 kroshas in area. 1 krosha equals 2 square miles. When one makes Vrindavana his residence, he should take shelter of an advanced devotee there. In this way, one should always think of Krishna and his pastimes. This is further elucidated by Srila Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Krishnam smaran janam, Krishnam smaran janam chasya, Krishnam nija samihitam, tat tat pita, ataschaso, koryadvasam vrde sada. A devotee should always reside in the transcendental realm of Raj and always engage in Krishna smarana, janam chasya, Krishna. The remembrance of Sri Krishna and his beloved associates. By following the footsteps of such associates and by entering under their eternal guidance, one can acquire an intense desire to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Again, Srila Goswami states, in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Sevaka Sadhaka Rupena Siddha Rupena Chakrahi Tadbhava Lipsanakarya Rajaloka Nusarataha. In the transcendental realm of Braj, of Raja, Dhamma, one should serve the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna with a feeling similar to that of his associates. And one should place oneself under the direct guidance of a particular associate of Krishna and should follow his footsteps. This method is applicable both in the state of sadhana, spiritual practices executed while in the state of bondage, and the state of sadhya, God realization, where one is a Siddha Purusha or a spiritually perfect soul. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has commented as follows upon this verse. One who is not, actually these commentaries are really derived from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, because it's similar commentaries. One who has not yet developed interest in Krishna consciousness should give up all material motives and train his mind by following the progressive regulative principles, namely chanting and remembering Krishna and his name, form, quality, pastimes, and so on. In this way, after developing a taste for such things, one should try to live in Vrindavana and pass his time constantly remembering Krishna's name, fame, pastimes, and qualities under the direction and protection of an expert devotee. This is the sum and substance of all instruction regarding the cultivation of devotional service. In the neophyte stage, one should always engage in hearing Krishna Katha. This is called Shravana Dasha, the state of hearing. By constantly hearing the transcendental holy name of Krishna and hearing of his transcendental form, qualities, and pastimes, one can attain to the state of acceptance, called Varna Dasha. When one attains this stage, he becomes attached to the hearing of Krishna Katha. When one is able to chant in ecstasy, he attains the state of Smarna Vasta, the state of remembering, recollection, absorption, meditation, constant remembrance, and trance are the 5 items of progressive Krishna Smarana. At first, remembrance of Krishna may be interrupted at intervals, but later remembrance proceeds uninterrupted. When remembrance is uninterrupted, it becomes concentrated, and it is called meditation. When meditation expands and becomes constant, it is called anusmriti. By uninterrupted and unceasing anusmriti, one enters the state of samadhi, or spiritual trance. After smarna dasa, or samadhi is fully developed, the soul comes to understand his original constitutional position. At that time, he can perfectly and clearly understand his eternal relation with Krishna. That is called Sampati Dasha, the perfection of life. Chaitanya Charitamrita advises those who are neophytes to give up all kinds of motivated desires and simply engage in the regulative devotional service of the Lord according to the directions of Scripture. In this way, a neophyte can gradually develop attachment to Krishna's name, fame, form, qualities, and so on forth. When one has developed such attachment, he can spontaneously serve the lotus feet of Krishna even without following the regulative principles. This stage is called Raganuga Bhakti, or devotional service in spontaneous love. At that stage, the devotee can follow in the footsteps of one of the eternal associates of Krishna in Vrindavan. This is called Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti, or spontaneous devotional service, can be executed in the Shanta Rasa, or one aspires to be like Krishna's cows, or the stick or flute in the hand of Krishna, or the flowers around Krishna's neck. In the Dasya Rasa, one follows in the footsteps of servants like Chitraka, Patrika, or Ratika. In the friendly Sakya Rasa, one can become a friend like Baladev, Sridharma, Sridama, or Sudama. In the Vatsalya Rasa, characterized by parental affection, one can become like Nanda Maharaj and Jashoda. And in the Madhurya Rasa, characterized by conjugal love, one can become like Srimati Radharani or her lady friends such as Lalita and her serving maids, Manjaris like Rupa and Rati. This is the essence of all instruction in the matter of devotional service. So the verse again. Tanam arupacharatani sukirtananu smrityo brahmena rasana manasi niyoja tishtan bradet anuragi dananugami kalam ayat akilam ikipudesha saram. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, and nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Vraja, the local Vrindavan Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tanakane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gora Charne Nirvishesha Sambhadi Pasthaya. Here we find that the process of devotional service is actually quite simple. That we have to hear about Krishna. Then, by hearing about Krishna, we have to follow what we've heard. And then if we follow what we heard, then we have to, then naturally we'll remember it. Of course, in the beginning, we're hearing that everything here belongs to Krishna. So that takes a little while to accept. Generally, we think everything except what I have belongs to Krishna. And maybe Krishna gave me a few things to loan, but after all, ultimately, it's mine now. It's my body. It's my mind. It's my words. It's my activities. It's all mine. And sometimes it's Krishna's. At least during class, it's Krishna's. And I walk outside, it suddenly transforms back into mine. So our Sambandha is quite simple. Everything here belongs to Krishna. Simple, but difficult to accept. And if we don't accept it, then it's practically impossible to realize it. As a matter of fact, it is impossible to realize it. Anything that we won't accept, Krishna is not going to give us realization. But how do we know if we've accepted it? Well, at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna was asking Arjuna, if you actually accepted what I have to say. First of all, he asked Arjuna, did you bother even listening to what I had to say? Did you fall asleep during my class? After all, it was 2 hours. It was quite a long class. Everyone else on the battlefield looked half asleep during the class. So I'm just wondering if you fell asleep too. Kachire tachuta parta vaya kagrena chetasaha kachiragana samoha pranatas te dhananjaya. Have you been listening with attention? Now I'm going to find out, not that you say yes, Krishna, of course I've been listening to attention. As they said, Shruti Kirti Prabhu, who was Srila Prabhupada's servant for some time, actually for some years, sometimes at night he would have to massage Srila Prabhupada, so he'd be late at night, he'd have to wake up early in the morning, and he was constantly with Srila Prabhupada. So sometimes he didn't get enough sleep, so he needed a little extra sleep. So he learned the technique of how to keep your eyes open and at the same time be completely asleep. So he'd sit in front of Srila Prabhupada with his eyes completely open and he'd be completely asleep. So Prabhupada was happy, he was happy, everyone was happy. So Krishna was wondering, you seemed your eyes were open, he asked a few questions, but have you actually listened to what I had to say? That's not so easy. Now, if you've listened to what I had to say, now did it have any effect on you? Yes, I listened to everything, I can repeat it. Sometimes someone's asleep during japa or during class, and you go, Prabhu, Prabhu, and I heard everything. They repeat the last 2 words that you said. And you just, Prabhu, Prabhu, I heard it. So, is your illusion and ignorance now dispelled? So we have 2 things we carry around with us wherever we go. We never forget these 2 things. We can forget our japa beads. We can forget prasadam that we left. We can forget $1 million we put underneath in our piggy bank. But we'll never forget these 2 things: our ignorance and our illusion. First of all, ignorance. We don't know who we are. That's called ignorance, avidya. And because we don't know who we are, we're imagining ourselves to be so many different things. That's called illusion. Now, where does this ignorance and illusion come from? Was I walking down the street and someone who had ignorance and illusion sneezed and I caught it? Did it come from somewhere else? What's the root cause of this whole thing? So, we have to look a little further. Attachment and aversion. So, we're attached to certain things. Ultimately, we're attached to our bodies. These bodies are clearly our shelter in the material world. When the body's happy, we're happy. If the body's not so happy, then we're not so happy. So we're constantly looking, hearing the noises that the body's making. We're constantly feeling how the body's feeling. And if the body's not feeling so good, then immediately we become depressed. We're not feeling so good either. So we're attached to feeling good, and we're averse anything that was going to make me feel bad. You made me feel bad. You should feel bad too. So we become absorbed in our attachments and our aversions. And completely absorbed in this, our illusion becomes complete, and we think ourselves to be the body, and then we're going to die. Or we think we're going to live forever, and then die. Yes, I admit I have to die, but it's going to be so far away that time, even Brahma will come to Brahma's funeral also. So that's called abhiniveshita, absorption in the material concepts of life. So here it says that the cure is to hear. First of all, hear that we're not this body. And that these things around us don't belong to us. Now, how often do we have to hear it? We have to hear it at least long enough so we accept it. And how do we know if we accept it? Because Arjuna tells us how he's accepted it. He says, Nashto moha smritira labhva tat prasada maya chuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishe vachana bhava. Yes, nashta moha. My illusion has been dispelled. I'm no longer thinking myself to be something other than your servant. Nashta moha smritira. Love. Now I'm actually situated in real knowledge, real remembrance. I remember that who I am. I'm Arjuna, your eternal Sattva. Okay, I can't translate. So what to do? You want to do it word for word? I guess we'll have to do it. Okay.
Just to dispel some doubts, like at the end of the lecture, I would like to ask all the devotees who need translation to come, because there is something with the system, and it should be set up.
Okay.
These are very bad devices, and they should be used properly, and some are even not usable. So we should actually gather, because there are some doubts that are lingering on for quite some time.
Okay. So everyone is Gavritya,
Maybe I should translate this.
Serbsky, Urbitsky, Tom. Tamoye.
We can also set up consecutive translation, Maharaj.
Yeah, right. So we can do it. So you can come over here and take. We can do it. I don't have that much to say anyhow.
Yeah, I can give her a mic.
Yeah, give her a mic.
Yes.
Something. Do we start from the beginning of the class again, for those who haven't heard? What are you sorry? So, we have to hear, just like Krishna was speaking Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, and what was he trying to convince him of?
Tako da trebamo čuti, isto kao što je Krishna govorio Arjuni, pokušao da ga ubijedi.
What did Krishna try to convince Arjuna of? That Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God.
Ono što je Krishna pokušavao da ubijedi Arjunu jeste da je Krishna svevišnja božanska osoba.
He wanted Arjuna to accept that.
A htio je da to Arjuna prihvati.
So that's the state of, if we accept Krishna as God, That's called the state of liberation.
Ako prihvatimo da je Krishna Bog, to je stanje oslobođenja.
Material nature is telling us Krishna is not God.
Materijalna priroda nam govori da Krishna nije Bog.
Or material nature just helps us just forget Krishna.
Ili nam pomaže jednostavno da zaboravimo Krishnu.
And as soon as we forget Krishna, then our body becomes God.
I čim zaboravimo Krishnu, naše tijelo postaje.
It becomes our supreme authority.
Postaje naš vrhovni autoritet.
Or our mind becomes our supreme authority.
Ili naš on postaje naš vrhovni autoritet.
All directed by our material conceptions.
A sve je pod upravom materialističkih koncepcija.
So we have to hear from Krishna or his representative.
Toga trebamo čuti od Krishna i njegovih predstavnika.
And first of all, he tells us everything is his.
A on nam najprije kaže da je sve na njegovom.
Now we have to find out what Krishna wants us to do with his things.
Onda trebamo otkriti šta Krishna želi od nas, što da uradimo s njegovim stvarima.
That is our choice.
A to je naš izbor.
Now until we hear from Krishna or from his representatives, we're simply animals.
Sve dok ne čujemo od Krishne ili njegovih predstavnika, mi smo jednostavno kao životinje.
Because people would not like to hear that.
Naravno, ljudi to ne žele čuti. Ne sviđa se to.
And we don't like to hear it either.
Ni da nas se ne sviđa kad to čujemo.
But that's the truth.
Ali je to istina.
That if we're not following, if we don't hear from Krishna or his representatives, we have really we can't use our free will.
Da ako ne čujemo od Krishne ili njegovih predstavnika, zapravo ne možemo iskoristiti svoju slobodnu volju.
Because our free will is simply either we identify ourselves with this gross and subtle material body.
Jer naša slobodna volja se tiče toga da li se identificiramo, to jest povječujemo s ovim grubim ili suptilnim tijelom.
Or we identify ourselves as the spiritual soul, when Krishna's eternal servant.
Ili se poistovjećujemo sa vječnom dušom, Krishnim vječnim slugom.
If we identify ourselves with this gross and subtle body, we'll be directed in so many ways.
Ako se poistovjećujemo s ovim grubim i suptilnim tijelom, bit ćemo usmjeravani na toga puno načina.
And we identify ourselves with Krishna and Krishna's representatives.
A ako se identificiramo sa Krishnom i Krishnim predstavnicima,
then there is some possibility of finding out what they want us to do.
Onda postoji neka mogućnost da otkrijemo ono što oni žele da napravimo.
Now it's not enough to think ourselves to be Krishna's servant.
A sada nije baš dovoljno samo da mislimo da smo Krishnin sluga.
It's important to find out what Krishna wants us to do.
Već je važno otkriti šta Krishna želi od nas da napravimo.
And it's even more important to do it.
Još važnije je to napraviti.
Not that I'm Krishna's eternal servant, tell me what to do.
Ne samo ja sam Krishnin vječni sluga, reci mi šta treba da učinim.
That doesn't sound right. Tell me something else to do.
To baš ne zvuči najbolje. Možeš mi reći nešto drugo što treba da napraviti.
Do you have another choice?
Ma nije ovo baš nije. Imamo neki još izbor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to find out someone else to tell me what to do.
Žao mi je, morat ću naći nekog drugog koji će mi reći šta da radim.
Now we have to find out what Krishna wants us to do.
Ne, moramo otkriti šta Krishna želi da napravimo.
So we say we'll have to use our intelligence. We have to use our intelligence.
Moramo upotrijebiti svoju inteligenciju.
Because Didami Buddhi Yogam Tam Savasya Chaham Riddhi Sarvishto Matatsmritira Jnanam Apohanam Cha. There is a Krishna in our heart.
Jer Krishna je u našem srcu.
And he wants us to follow the process.
I želi od nas da slijedimo proces.
That's why he spoke Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago.
Zbog toga je izgovorio Bhagavad Gitu prije 5000 godina.
And although he's been with us since 5,000 years,
Da, i s nama je već 5000 godina.
he still hasn't changed his opinions.
Još uvijek nije promijenio svoje mišljenje.
Now some people may say he is stubborn.
Neko može reći da je tvrdoglav.
He never changes his opinion.
Nikad ne mijenja mišljenje.
Doesn't matter what the demons tell him. Doesn't matter what the demons tell him. He keeps the same opinion always.
bez obzira što demoni misle, on uvijek drži isto mišljenje.
So that's fixed.
To je na neki način utemeljeno, ufiksirano.
And what he told us 5,000 years ago, he'll try to remind us right now.
Ono što je izgovorio prije 5000 godina, sad nas ponovo podsjeća na to.
Especially if we've heard from his representatives.
Posebno ako smo to čuli od njegovih predstavnika.
Because Krishna, externally, he's speaking through his representatives.
Jer izvan gledajući Krishna govori kroz svoje predstavnike.
Guru, Sadhu, Shastra.
Guru, Sadhu, Shastra.
And we hear them.
Ako ih čujemo od njih,
we try to understand what they say.
Pokušavamo razumjeti što oni kažu.
And we come to the conclusion everyone and everything belongs to Krishna.
Dolazimo do zaključka da sve i svako pripada Krishnu.
And what does Krishna want us to do?
I šta Krishna od nas želi da napravimo?
He wants us to become Krishna conscious.
On želi od nas da postanemo svjesni Krishna.
And we can ask Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we're asking Srimati Radharani Krishna, please help me become Krishna conscious.
Kada mantramo Hare Krishna, mi zapravo molimo Srimati Radharani Krishna da postanemo svjesni Krishne.
Of course, we can chant, but if we don't accept that everything belongs to Krishna and we should utilize everything for Krishna's service, it won't be very effective to chant.
Naravno, ako mantramo, ali ne prihvatamo da sve pripada Krishnu, da se treba iskoristiti Krishnu, onda to mantranje neće baš biti učinkovito.
Or the more we know how to utilize Krishna's energies in Krishna's service, then the more effective the chanting becomes.
A što više razumijemo i shvaćamo kako da iskoristimo sve u Krishnu službu, onda to mantranje postaje učinkovitije.
And how does Krishna want to utilize his energies in his service?
A kako Krishna želi da se iskoristi njegove energije u njegovoj službi?
He wants us to perform sacrifice.
On želi nas da izvedemo žrtvovanje.
Jaga by Vishnu. Jaga by Vishnu in this age is Sankirtan.
A žrtvovanje preporučeno za ovo doba je Sankirtan.
Chanting the holy names.
Mantranje svetih imena.
And delivering the holy message.
I prenošenje svete poruke.
And following the holy message.
I slijeđenje svete poruke.
In other words, chanting simply to please Krishna.
Drugim riječima, mantranje da jednostavno zadovoljimo Krishnu.
Simply out of love.
Jednostavno iz ljubavi.
So that's our nature, is to love.
To je naša priroda, da volimo.
The question is what we love.
Pitanje je što volimo.
As I said before, well, it's beautiful now. We wake up in the morning.
Kao što sam prije objašnjavao, probudimo se ujutru.
We look in the mirror.
Pogledamo se u ogledalo.
And we ask the mirror.
I pitamo ogledalo.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the greatest of them all?
Ogledalce, ko je najljepši na svijetu?
And naturally it appears that the mirror is answering us.
I prirodno izgleda kao da nam ogledalo govori.
Oh, surrendered soul.
O predana dušo.
Oh, greatest of all personalities.
O najbolje od svih osoba.
That because you've surrendered to me, I'll instruct you.
Zato što si se predala meni, ja ću te poučiti.
That actually you're seeing the deity in the mirror.
Da zapravo ono što vidiš u ogledalu je božanstvo.
Now your duty is to render unalloyed, uninterrupted service to that deity.
A sada je tvoja dužnost da ponudiš nepomučenu, neprekinutu službu tom božanstvu.
Surrender.
Predaj se.
Yes.
Da.
I was confused about my duty.
Bio sam zbunjen u pogledu moje dužnosti.
I went to the Hare Krishna temple.
Otišao sam u Hare Krishna hram.
They bewildered me temporarily.
Oni su me privremeno zbunili.
But now everything's clear.
A sada je sve jasno.
Kindly instruct.
Molim te ljubazno me pouči.
Well, because you're a little pious.
Zato što si malo pobožan.
Go perform abhishek.
Otiđi i napravi abhishek.
Take a shower.
Istuširaj se.
And after the shower, you must clothe the deity.
A poslije tuširanja trebaš obući božanstvo,
You must decorate the deity.
ukrasti ga,
Put perfume and cologne on the deity.
staviti kolonsku vodu i parfem.
Now you must feed the deity
A sada trebaš nahraniti božanstvo,
5 kinds of foodstuffs
5 vrsta jela,
to the deity's full satisfaction.
do punog zadovoljstva božanstva.
And now you must go into the world
A sada moraš otići u svijet
and perform Sankirtan.
i raditi sankirtan.
Spread the glories of the deity all over the world.
Proširiti slave božanstva svuda po svijetu.
Try to get some devoted, make some devoted.
Pokušaj napraviti neke bakte.
So either Krishna is our deity,
Tako da, ili je Krišna naše božanstvo,
or this body and everything that goes along with the body becomes our deity.
ili ovo tijelo i sve što ide s njim postaje naše božanstvo.
Simply in human form of life, we have to choose which deity we want to serve and worship.
Tako da u ljudskom obliku života moramo odlučiti koje božanstvo želimo služiti i obožavati.
Now, all the philosophy, all our activities is just meant to convince us that Krishna is the worshipful deity.
Sva filozofija i sve aktivnosti su namijenjene tome da nas ubijede da je Krišna obožavano božanstvo.
The reason why we control our senses, follow the regular principles,
Razlog zbog koji kontrolišemo čula, slijedimo regulativne principe.
the reason why we try to perform devotional service, act piously,
Razlog zbog koji predano služimo i pokušavamo da djelujemo pobožno.
the reason why we try to tolerate the problems of material existence,
Razlog zbog kojeg pokušavamo tolerisati probleme u materijalnom postojanju.
the reason why we're fasting this morning,
Razlog zbog kojeg postimo ovo jutro.
the ultimate reason is to rise up to the platform of accepting pure devotional service.
Krajnji razlog svega toga jest da prihvatimo čisto predano služenje.
Not becoming distracted by other considerations.
Da nas ne odvrate druge stvari.
Accepting that everything is Krishna's energy, including my very body.
Da prihvatimo da je sve Krišna energija, uključujući moje vlastito tijelo.
And now my words, my thoughts, my ideas, my activities should all be directed by Krishna and his representatives.
Tako da moje riječi, moje misli, moje aktivnosti, sve treba biti upravljano od strane Krišnih predstavnika.
Therefore I'm learning how to serve in the Sankirtan movement.
Tako učim kako da služim svakom pokretu.
And if I rise up to the platform of accepting devotional service,
I ako se digne na taj nivo da prihvatim predano služenje,
then I'll actually become conscious of Krishna.
tada ću zapravo postati svjestan Krišne.
Just as I'm conscious now of my gross and subtle body, I can also become conscious of Krishna.
Kao što sam sad trenutno svjestan svog grubog, suptilnog tijela, tako isto mogu postati svjestan Krišne.
That, my dear devotees, is called Krishna consciousness.
To se, moji dragi bakte, naziva svjesnošću Krišne.
Which is why we joined the Hare Krishna movement.
Zbog čega smo se pridružili Hare Krishna pokretu.
That's why it's called the Hare Krishna movement.
Zato se naziva Hare Krishna pokret.
And when we come to that platform, we eventually can meditate in trance upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Kad dođemo na taj nivo, možemo meditirati u transu na svevišnju božansku osobu.
Love for Krishna.
I imati ljubav prema Krišni.
Here Srila Rupa Goswami is saying the essence of all the advice he's given is we should hear about Krishna.
Tako da ovdje Srila Rupa Goswami kaže da je suština svih savjeta da trebamo to meditate on Krishna?
We should hear about Krishna.
Da trebamo slušati o Krišni.
And then we should chant.
A onda trebamo pjevati.
Which means not only chant like a parrot, but we actually engage ourselves in Krishna's service. That's the important chanting.
Ne samo pjevati kao papagaj, već se uključiti u predano služenje Krišne.
Actions speak louder than words.
Djela govore glasnije od riječi.
And what will be the result?
A šta će biti posljedica toga?
Nashta moha smritirladva. We'll actually remember Krishna.
Posljedica će biti da ćemo se zapravo sjećati Krišne.
We should be very happy when we remember Krishna.
I trebamo biti jako sretni tada postajemo sretni, trebalo bi postati sretni kad se sjećamo Krišne.
Just like when we become before the deities, we should be very happy.
Isto kao kad dođemo pred božanstva, trebalo bismo biti radosni.
That here is Krishna.
Evo Krišne.
See how happy he is.
Vidi kako je sretan.
He's so happy to see me.
Tako je sretan da me vidi.
Now I should be equally happy to see him.
I ja bi trebao biti jednako sretan da vidim njega.
Not that here's some dolls.
A ne, evo, neke lutkice su tu.
Someone played with them very nicely today.
Neki su se jako lijepo igrali danas s njima.
Here's Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Ne, evo Krišne, on je svevišnja božanska osoba.
He's so beautiful.
Tako je lijep.
He's so attractive.
Privlačan.
I simply want to serve him and please him.
Samo želim da ga služim i zadovoljim.
Here is the Bhagavatam.
Evo Bhagavatama.
This is Krishna.
To je Krišna.
Krishna is going to speak to me.
Krišna će mi sada govoriti.
Let me worship these words.
Hajde da obožavam njegove riječi.
Because it's actually Krishna.
Jer je to zapravo Krišna.
And if I accept these words, Krishna will enter into my heart.
I ako prihvatim njegove riječi, Krišna će ući u moje srce.
Here is the devotees.
Tu su bakte.
They're actually representatives of Krishna.
Koji su zapravo predstavnici Krišne.
Let me serve the devotees.
Neka ih služim.
And then Krishna will be pleased.
I onda će Krišna biti
And
zadovoljan.
I'll become conscious of Krishna.
I postaću svjesna Krišne.
Here's the holy place.
Tu imamo svijeto mjesto.
Where they're chanting Hare Krishna.
Gdje mantraju Hare Krišna.
Let me act in Krishna's service here.
Neka se uključi u predano služenje Krišne.
Let me take advantage of the spiritual atmosphere.
Neka iskoristimo ovu duhovnu atmosferu.
And absorb my mind even more, and my body even more in Krishna's service.
I uronim još više svoje tijelo u njegovu službu.
And here is the chanting of the holy name.
I tu imamo pjevanje svetog imena.
It is not different from Krishna.
Sveto ime nije različito od Krišne.
Shrimati Radharani and Krishna are present when I chant Hare Krishna.
Shrimati Radharani i Krišna su prisutni kad pjevam Hare Krišna.
Now they're there.
Oni su tu.
Now the question is, where am I?
I pitanje je, gdje sam ja?
Do I want to stay in my dreamland?
Da li želim ostati u svojoj zemlji snova?
With all my material conceptions?
Sa svim svojim materialističkim
all my ideas, what's going on?
Sa svojim idejama šta se ovdje dešava?
Or do I want to actually pay attention to the holy name?
Ili zaista želim dati pažnju svetom imenu?
Do I want to try to develop the proper feeling of submission to the holy name?
Da li želim razviti pravilan stav pokornosti naspram svetog imena?
Not that, oh, I got to pay attention.
Ili razmišljam, moram sada biti pažljiv.
They told me when I chant my rounds, I got to pay attention.
Rekli su kad mantra, moram biti pažljiv.
It's so difficult to pay attention.
Tako je teško biti pažljiv.
I'm going to have to make such an effort.
Tako moram puno truda uložiti to.
For at least 2 minutes.
Za 2 minute.
Now I'm going to pay attention.
Sada ću biti pažljiv.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. I need a break. Call 911. I think I'm having a heart attack. I feel something in my heart. I don't think it's love of God. Now, paying attention also means we have to become submissive.
Dati pažnju znači to da trebamo postati pokorni.
And generally speaking, we'll pay attention at least to when we chant. When we hear ourselves chanting.
Biti pažljivi znači dati pažnju, ako ništa kad mi, to znači slušati sebe kad mantramo.
So we should hear ourselves chanting.
Tako da trebamo čuti sebe kad mantramo.
And we should take with us some basic understanding.
I trebamo uzeti sa sobom nekom bazično razumijevanje.
That we're so fortunate.
Da smo tako sretni.
We have this opportunity to chant Hare Krishna.
Jer imamo ovu priliku da mantramo Hare Krishna.
that every time we chant Hare Krishna, we're actually having the association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His unlimited pleasure potency, Srimati Radharani.
Svaki put kad mantramo Hare Krishna ima priliku da se družimo sa svevišnjom božanskom osobom, Šri Krišnom i njegovom energijom zadovoljstva Srimati Radharani.
How fortunate I am.
Kako sam samo sretan.
No one could be more fortunate than this. I can't have any greater fortune than this moment that I can chant Hare Krishna.
Nema veće sreće od ove sreće da mogu u ovom trenutku mantrati Hare Krishna.
Not that, oh, I got 16 rounds to chant.
A ne, imam 16 krugova za izmantrati.
It's such a hard thing.
Tako,
Paying attention,
teška stvar.
love of God.
Dati pažnju, ljubav.
16 rounds.
16 krugova.
Oh,
Jo.
tears are coming from my eyes.
Suze mi dolaze na oči.
Hare Krishna. Yes, tears are coming from my eyes. Every mantra,
Da, suze
my
mi
voice
dolaze.
is choking up. Oh, Hare Krishna.
Glas mi se zagušio grlu.
We have to think ourselves fortunate
Ne, trebamo sebe smatrati sretnicima.
and chant out of with some feeling, whatever feeling we have,
I mantrati se nekim osjećajem, kakav god osjećaj imamo.
whatever loving feeling we have towards Krishna.
Bilo kakav ljubavni osjećaj koji imamo prema Krišni.
And if we have no loving feeling, at least try to be happy.
Ako nemamo ljubavnih osjećanja, onda ako ništa trebamo biti sretni.
And if we can't be happy, we don't know how to be happy. At least try not to be depressed
Ako nismo sretni, ne možemo biti sretni.
and anxiety.
Onda ako ništa ne
Angry.
budemo u tjeskobi,
Oh, get so many rounds.
na toliko krugova.
My spirit, as Brother said to Elijah, my spiritual master gave me so many rounds to do.
Moj duhovni učitelj mi dao toliko puno krugova da mantram.
Others only got 4 rounds to do, and I got 16.
Neki dobili samo 4 kruga za mantram, a ja 16.
16 rounds with the holy name.
16 krugova kao u ringu sa svijetim imenom.
Boxing.
Boksanje.
First round.
Prva runda. Rounds.
Ding. Fire comes and
Onda Maja dođe nokautira.
wake up. Knocked out in the first round.
Ovo je nakon prve runde.
We should try to chant lovingly. It's loving, attentively, lovingly.
Pokušamo vas neku ljubavlju s pažnjom da mantramo.
And listen to ourselves chanting.
I da čujemo sebe kako mantramo.
If we don't listen to ourselves chanting, we won't know how we're chanting.
Ako ne čujemo sebe kako mantramo, kako možemo znati kako mantramo?
Sometimes the devotee is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram, Devi, Ram, 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 Ram. And someone comes up, Prabhu, you're not chanting the holy name.
Nekad mantraju tako, naopako. I onda ne kaže, Prabhu, pa ne mantraš baš pravilno.
What do you mean I'm not chanting the holy name?
Kako misliš ne mantram sveto ime?
Last time I listened, I was.
Zadnji put kad sam slušao, mantrao sam sveto ime.
When was that? It was yesterday.
Kad je bilo to? Pa mislim juče.
So we have to listen to ourselves, and we have to judge ourselves. How am I chanting?
Moramo slušati sebe i procijeniti sebe kako sam mantrao.
Is it Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna?
Da li je to bilo ovako?
Hare Krishna.
Da li je to bilo ovako?
Hare Krishna. I don't like chanting. I don't like chanting.
Ne sviđa mi se.
All right, I got to chant. All right,
Ne,
all
moram
right.
mantra.
Krishna, Krishna, all right, all right. I'm so bored.
Tako mi je dosadno.
I'm such a good person.
Tako sam dobra osoba.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. My spiritual master is torturing me, but I'm accepting it.
Tako sam dobra osoba. Moj duh mi učitelj me muči, ali ja to prihvatam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Or is it a little bit Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Ide to
Hare.
ovako.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. I should be happy, I should be happy.
Treba biti sretan.
I'm not happy, but I should be happy.
Nisam sretan, trebalo bi biti sretan.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Or is it really Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We have a choice. We can do it any way we want. We can spend our 2 hours suffering or...
Mi imamo izbor, možemo raditi što god želimo, možemo da ta
It
2 sata
doesn't work. It
učimo.
doesn't work. I've done this so many times. I don't believe a word they say. They're trying to just control me and lord me over. But I got to do it anyhow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. I'm not going to surrender. I'm not going to surrender.
Neću se predati.
I'm not a good person. I'm not supposed to be happy. I've done so many bad things. I'm supposed to suffer. They don't understand. I'm supposed to
Oni
suffer.
ne znaju, ja trebam da patim. Ja sam da.
They're trying to make me happy.
Pokušavaju
I'm
učiti
not going to be happy.
ali neću biti sretan.
Doesn't matter what the holy name does.
Bez obzira što na svijetu ime radi.
Doesn't matter what my spiritual, what the devotee, I'm going to suffer.
Bez obzira što
I
na duhu
deserve
nešto
to
kaže,
suffer.
ja ću
I'm going to suffer.
Ja zaslužujem da patim i ja ću to da patim.
I'm not going to give up my false ego.
Neću se odreći lažnog
No matter
ega.
what they tell me.
Bez obzira što na ono što mi kažu.
I'd rather suffer as God than serve as a servant.
Radije ću patiti nego služiti njegove sluge.
So we have to make a choice, and we have to figure out what our choices are, and then we have to listen to ourselves and see what choice I'm making.
Tako da trebamo napraviti izbor, vidjeti koji su izbori, napraviti izbor i onda procijeniti kakve izbore pravimo.
And hopefully we'll make the right choice.
I nadamo se da smo napravili dobar izbor.
So Arjuna made the right choice. He said, now I'm going to act according to your instruction.
Tako da je Arjuna dobro izabrao. On je na kraju rekao da postupit ću u skladu sa tvojom uputom.
And Arjuna went out and fought in the battle of Kurukshetra.
I onda je otišao u rat na bojno polje Kurukshetre.
So as we probably know, we also have a war.
I kao što vjerojatno znamo, i mi smo u ratu.
It's the Sankirtan movement versus the demoniac propaganda that there is no God.
A to je Sankirtan pokret protiv demonskih snaga koji tvrde da ne postoji Bog.
The Sankirtan movement is a war against Maya.
Sankirtan pokret znači rat protiv Maje.
Or as Prabhupada said, this whole civilization, demoniac civilization,
Ili protiv ove, što Prabhupada običava reći, protiv čitave materialističke civilizacije,
which is meant to keep people in illusion,
koja je namijenjena tome da drži ljude u iluziji,
will soon come to an end.
koja će se uskoro okončati.
So we're supposed to be warriors.
Tako da bi mi trebali biti ratnici.
We're supposed to go out and fight
Trebali bi
against
izaći
Maya.
i boriti se protiv Maje.
But of course, if we're under Maya, we won't be very good warriors.
Ali ako smo pod utjecajem Maje, naravno da nećemo biti dobri ratnici.
We'll be counter agents.
Bićemo kontraagenti.
So we have to be agents for the holy name.
Tako da trebamo biti agenti svetog imena.
And we'll be able to deliver the holy name and defeat Maya if we have love for the holy name.
I bit ćemo u stanju da damo sveto ime i pobjedimo Maju ako imamo ljubav prema svetom
We
imenu.
have love for the deities, we have love for the devotees,
Ako imamo ljubav prema baktama, prema božanstvima,
we have love for the holy places,
ljubav prema svetim mjestima,
for the holy scriptures,
prema svetim spisima,
then we'll also get love for the holy name.
onda ćemo također na taj način dobiti ljubav prema svetom
And
imenu.
if we develop love for the holy name, then our Sankirtan movement will be successful.
Ako razvijemo ljubav prema svetom imenu, onda će naš Sankirtan pokret biti uspješan.
And Sri Goswami is giving this as the essence of all advice.
A Šrila Rupa Goswami nam daje ovo kao suštinu svih, ovo uputstvo kao suštinu svih uputstava.
And then we'll be able to serve, follow the footsteps of those who also are advanced in devotional service.
Tako ćemo biti u stanju da služimo i slijedimo u stopama oni koji su napredni u predanom
And we'll
služenju.
always live in Goloka Vrindavan.
I tako ćemo uvijek živjeti na Goloki.
The whole world will become Goloka Vrindavan.
Čitav svijet će postati Goloka Vrindavan.
Hvala. Hare Krishna. So since we're fasting today,
Danas postimo.
sorry for bad news.
Žao nekog loših vijesti.
Is there any questions?
A da li postoji neko pitanje?
Yes.
You mentioned during the class that we cannot actually spread Krishna consciousness if we are not Krishna conscious ourselves.
Spomenuo si na lekciji, na predavanju da ne možemo proširiti svjesnost Krišne ako sami nismo svjesni Krišne.
So how is that if our devotees go out and preach? Is it effective at all? Or maybe, they could also be influenced by materialistic people.
Kako onda u slučaju bakta koji izlazi da propovjedaju, to ima onda ikakvog efekta ili mogu biti na njih utjecati također materijalstvo? Kako? Ne?
Tribhuvari Maharaj was actually Prabhupada.
Neophyte. In case of neophyte devotees. Znači, bakte početnici govori da li je to efektno ako izlaze.
So Tribhuvari Maharaj actually Prabhupada, if I go out and distribute books, will I develop love of Krishna?
Tribhuvari Maharaj je rekao da li ću razviti ljubav prema Krišni ako izlazim vani i dijelim knjige.
He was a very prominent book distributor at that time.
On je bio jako prominentan djelovac knjiga u to vrijeme.
And Srila Prabhupada's answer was, because you love Krishna, therefore you're distributing books.
Prabhupada je odgovorio, zato što voliš Krišnu, ti dijeliš knjige.
So as soon as we engage in devotional service, we're liberated. We're liberated.
Tako čim počnemo predano služiti, mi smo oslobođeni.
Or at least our activities are liberated.
Ili, ako ništa drugo, naše djelatnosti su oslobođene.
Our consciousness may not be completely purified yet.
Naša svjesnost možda još uvijek nije u potpunosti pročišćena.
But by the very process of doing devotional service, then we're becoming purified.
Ali samim procesom predanog služenja mi postajemo pročišćeni.
And if we keep on doing that service, then we'll become completely purified.
I ako nastavimo raditi tu službu, postaćemo potpuno pročišćeni.
So, yes, we may become influenced.
Da, na nas se može napraviti neki utjecaj od strane materijalista.
When we're preaching.
Kada propovijedamo.
But it's not that if we don't preach, then we won't be influenced. It's not that I won't preach, but I won't be influenced.
Ali ne to da neću propovijedati na taj način na mene neće izvršiti utjecaj.
It's like saying I'm going to go out and offer people a book.
I'm not going to.
No, I'm going to.
Isto kao kad rekli idem vani i da podijelit ću neke knjige.
And then people say, oh, they offered me a book and I became. Don't do it. Don't go out and distribute books because you'll agitate people.
Nekad možemo misliti kao nemoj ići vani, ljudi mogu reći kao nemoj ići vani jer na taj način ako dijeliš knjige možeš uznemiriti ljude.
As if people are completely calm, peaceful, loving.
Kao da su ljudi u potpunosti smireni, puni ljubavi, mirni.
And they were in the spiritual world.
Da su u duhovnom svijetu.
And then someone offered them a book,
A neko im onda
a transcendental literature,
transcendentalnu literaturu
and they fell into Maya
i onda oni padnu u Maju
and became agitated.
i tako uznemire se.
So don't do it. Don't offer them a book. You'll agitate them.
Tako da nemoj im ponuditi knjigu jer ćeš ih time uznemiriti.
They'll fall into Maya.
Pašće u Maju.
Assemblies, I can't go out. I may fall into Maya.
Tako da isto, tako i mi, neću izaći, mogu pasti tako u Maju.
As if I'm going to stay home and watch television. That's safe.
Umjesto toga, ostaću kući gledati TV, to je sigurnije.
No, if we go out, then we'll be in Krishna consciousness.
Ne, ako izađemo vani, bit ćemo svijesti Krišne.
And if we get into some difficulty,
I ako upadnemo u neku teškoću,
then Krishna will help.
Krišna će nam
It's a
pomoći.
learning experience.
To je iskustvo učenja.
Anything else? Yes, one more.
Kako razlikovati kada moj dovodi do zaključka ili inteligencija? Kako razlikovati kada koji dovodi do zaključka?
How to differentiate when the mind is making conclusions, coming to conclusion, or when intelligence is reaching a certain conclusion.
Well, we have to read the scripture.
Moramo čitati spise.
And if we don't understand what the scripture says, then we have to ask someone who does understand.
Ako ne razumijemo što spisi kažu, da trebamo pitati nekoga ko razumije.
So, humility is the first thing.
Poniznost je prva stvar.
We have to be aware of what our present situation is.
Moramo biti svjesni što je naše trenutno stanje.
And humbly investigate Guru Sadhu and Shastra.
I ponizno ispitivati, istraživati kod Guru Sadhu i Šastre.
And then, if we do that, eventually things will become clearer.
Ako napravimo tako, na posljedku stvari postanu jasne.
And then we'll know what to do.
I znaćemo što trebamo napraviti.
But we shouldn't assume we know what to do.
Onda trebamo opet postaviti da znamo što trebamo da napravimo.
And then afterwards, consult with Guru Sadhu and Shastra.
A poslije toga se tek savjetujemo sa Gurom Sadhu i
Just
Šastrom.
confirm what I did.
Da bi oni potvrdili ono što sam, samo da bi oni potvrdili ono što sam već učinio.
Thank you very much. Grandra Shrimad achieved Nectar of Instruction ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Gora Prahladananda.
His Holiness Prahladananda Maharaj ki jai.